Yo, yo, what is up? Welcome back. I'm Shiko.
I'm Yam.
And I'm Gadani.
And this is Okay
Okay.
Curiosity.
Curiosity. Wow, we're harmonizing by mistake.
Gathani, how was your week?
My week has been good. It was slow. Anything is slow after September. I'm just like really enjoying life right now. The work week was uneventful. Oh, yesterday the dream squad were at Fittest in Nairobi. It's a CrossFit thing for teams, and they got one and two for both male and female athletes, which was really cool. It was really exciting. It was so much
Woo.
fun. Gang squad is just out here acting. I mean, they're just showing off, but it's fine. It was a lot of fun as always, and yeah, that's my week. Oh, and then I heard from a friend that like COVID is back in town, which is weird. There's a new strain and they have like a friend who's in hospital now, so they're like, just be careful because no one's talking about it. And there's been a bad homa going around Nairobi, so I'm just like, huh, am I avoiding people? Yes, she says, after she talked about how she was at an event yesterday. But other than that, I'm on that supplement vitamin thing again. Back on that vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, calcium thing, because I ain't trying to get. I've avoided it for how many years has COVID been here? 3 years. I don't want to start now. You know, let me not be
Mm,
that. I don't want it now. So that's how my week has
Yeah.
been.
nice.
Yam? No, actually, Shiko. I feel like I know how Yam's week has been. Shiko, how has your week been?
My week has been good. It was actually pretty eventful. I had a couple of really cool opportunities that I went to. I met a really cool person yesterday, actually. He is Pakistani. Yes, he's Pakistani.
So
Mm,
cool.
And he is a dancer, and he does, what's that dance called? Bangala. I think it's called.
Anything I say will sound
you're
racist,
telling
so I'll just
us.
let you have the moment.
Yeah, anyway, he's a dancer for like one of those traditional Indian dances, and he competes, and it was pretty cool. We just had a really good conversation. You know, one of those people that you meet and you're like, hey, we're just aligned on like
Yeah.
a lot of things and how we view the world. So it was really interesting to have a conversation with someone like that. I feel like it's been a while since I've had a good conversation like that. Anyway, I don't even know his name, but it
Also, I didn't know
it was
there's
a
like
good
competitive
conversation.
dancing for that. So interesting.
Yeah, apparently there is. Like you're telling me, he was in a team in DC and they were like really serious. But now that he's in Atlanta, he has a team here, but they're not as good, so it's not as competitive. But yeah, apparently it's like a legit thing. I know Florida also has like really big Indian competitive dance, because there's a lot of Indians in South Florida. So what else? Yeah, just was a pretty solid week. I'm traveling this week to Michigan for a couple of events. Christian's little sister is getting married, so I'm going to be flying up there for her bridal shower and
Why
all
did my
those
brain say Rorashio?
festivities. Technically, I guess if you want it
it
to be a
it can
Rurashio, it will
be.
be a Rurashio. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to and what's coming up. How about you, Nyam?
That's cool. My week was good. I also had several training opportunities. As per usual. So it was fulfilling on the work front. I got to hang out with nephews and nieces at some point in the middle of the week, which was really cool as well. Yeah, the weekend yesterday being at the competition was also really fun. It's like super inspiring to see when people push themselves, and also like super motivating, especially because my competition is in a couple of days now, come down
Oh
to
my god.
Friday. So
Ooh.
How are you feeling?
a little nervous, if I'm honest. I feel like after watching everyone really push themselves yesterday, I was like, wait, this thing is intense. Like the programming yesterday was kind of hectic. So but I'm also trying to go into it being like The fact that I'm entering a competition is already pushing myself more than I thought I ever would, and to just remember to also have fun. That's how my week was and what I'm looking forward to. So, shall I
Cool. You got the
spin?
wheel?
Yep.
Sure. Like a record. Dum, dum, go, 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 go. I don't.
No sound,
I'm
but
doing
it's
the remix.
spinning.
Don't want no love to come down on me. So fed up with technology. Computer love is not for me.
Spinning
Fire.
again.
Oh, twist me, turn me like crazy. Something, can't take it slowly. I'm the record, you are my DJ. Play, play,
Play,
play,
play,
play.
play, play.
Really wants us to talk about on my wall.
It really wants us to talk about my wall. I swear, like I've spun 3 times. So maybe let's just roll with the on my wall then.
Yeah.
Shiko, who's on your wall?
I think this week I'm on my wall. I think
Yes.
I've really been putting myself out there, pushing myself, and trying to better myself in my life. Um, Corona, how can we help you, please?
She
Yeah,
said I'm
I
in the
think
episode.
this week I am on my wall.
Love that.
For sure. Make it a wallpaper. Let's go.
Kadani?
On my wall this week, I think I'm going to put the squad on the wall because I'm just like I'm so proud of them. Actually, they're on my wall, but they're on the lower part of the wall. On the top part of the wall, I want to put Nyambura because I mean she's out here putting herself out there to do a competition. She was always that babe of I don't know if I'll compete. Last year at a time like this, her knees were broken or whatever it was that was happening. And like now she's in a second competition. So I'm just like, damn, I'm a CrossFit athlete's sister, you know. I'm like, when people are like, can you do anything for the event? I'm like, sorry, I'm busy. My sister is competing, you know. It's so exciting. I'm so proud of her. Like, in that sense of, I think she talked about it before where she's putting herself out there and saying yes to things. And so it's just like really fun to be watching her on this journey of her saying yes. And like I said, second half of my wall is a squad because I feel like that plays into Nyam being on the wall. Like there's something about having a good squad that makes a difference in the gym, you know? Like they make it that you want to do things. So that's who's on my wall.
Oh, that's so
Cool,
sweet.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So on, I hadn't thought this through. But I'm gonna put on my wall the people who are fighting for their lives in Gaza, man. Oh no, like
Free Palestine.
such free Palestine, fam. Yeah, I just feel sometimes I feel the world can be very unfair in how they package things to make them important or less important. So there are people who are actually fighting for their lives, and it seems silly to just put them on a wall, but just to honor them and respect them, I guess from that point of view, that's who I'll have on my wall.
Well, yeah, it's a very unfortunate the situation that's going on out there, and especially being in America right now and seeing the misinformation in the news,
Hmm.
it's wild, wild.
Yeah,
We
I
pray for
hear ya.
peace.
Great.
Hiya then, shall we get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Hello and welcome. To begin our session today, I had a question for you.
Okay.
Which historical event inspired the design of the American flag, featuring 13 stripes and 50 stars? Was it the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the Boston Tea Party, the Battle of Bunker Hill, or the Continental Congress?
I want it to be a battle,
The
so I'm
Battle of
picking C.
Bunker Hill. See.
See, what do you think, Kadani?
I want it to just be a fight, so I want it to be C. It feels
See?
in theme for America. It has to have been a fight first. So C.
See, so everyone thinks that the historical event that inspired the design of the American flag, which features 13 stripes and 50 stars, is the Battle of Bunker Hill. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you that you are wrong. Incorrect.
It's the
The
Tea
Boston
Party.
Tea Party.
It is the Continental Congress,
Wow.
that inspired the 13 stripes and the 50 stars that
Okay.
represent the
50 states
13
and
colonies, original colonies, and the
50
50
states.
50
states.
Oh, is
states.
that what the stripes are for?
Yes.
I didn't know. I thought they were just nini fashion.
Stripes.
You know how graphic
No,
designers
they're
are
not
like,
just
to
fashion.
balance this out, we have
Uh-huh.
stars. Let's do something different. That's what I thought it was. Anyway,
Anyway, welcome to my discussion on flags. We're going to discuss red flags, beige flags, and green flags. Okay?
girl, what an
Maybe
intro.
not the American ones, but
Because that's all
Whoa.
that is
red.
what we're doing. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who might not know what the flags describe, a red flag would be a warning or an indicator of like potential danger. So, when we're talking about it in relation to relationships and yeah, just in general relationships, it's when your partner would, for example, try and control you. That's a red flag if your partner is trying to control your actions. A beige flag, however, is more a metaphorical description of a situation that's not positive or negative. It's not a red flag nor a green flag. It's just neutral. So for you, it could be something like, I really, my husband's beige flag is the fact that when I'm cooking, he will clean up behind me. So my ingredients will be put away before I use them. Is it kind of frustrating? Yes, it is. But am I
Mm,
going to complain about it? No, I'm not, because my husband is cleaning.
he's cleaning.
Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That is what a beige flag is. And obviously, green is opposite of red in
Yes,
the
opposite.
colors. So green flags would just be like, this is a go. So what I'm gonna do is ask you ladies a series of questions, and all
Hmm.
you have to do is tell me whether or not you would consider it a red flag, a green flag, or a beige flag. And just tell us your rationale behind your decision.
Okay.
Make sense?
Sorry.
Makes
So you said
sense.
select what
And
if
give
it's
Whether,
rationale.
red, beige,
yeah,
or green, and say why.
exactly.
Super.
Perfect. So, the first question will start off a little easy. Your partner starts binge watching your favorite TV show without you, even though you promised to watch it together. They claim they couldn't resist the temptation. Yambura, is that a red flag to you, a beige flag, or a green flag?
I think it can be either a red or a beige. I feel like if I'm working the whole week and it's unfair for them to like wait because they're doing nothing, I would just require for them to let me know in advance.
Not doing nothing.
So that would be a beige flag. But if they watched without telling me, that's a red flag. That's someone you can't trust.
Kadani?
It's a beige flag because the partner I will choose will rewatch it with me. Because if they won't rewatch it with me and pretend they didn't watch it in the beginning, I'm not with them.
Oh. Have you guys had any shows that you've had an accountability partner, yani like someone you watch that show with?
No.
Yeah.
I have in my previous relationships. There were some shows that we used to watch together. Um, yeah, but I feel like there's some. Kwanzaa, when I was younger, I think there's some shows I used to watch just for the sake of the relationship, but I wasn't feeling them. So when that story died, like whatever season I was at, that was the end of that story.
Can never
So
be
whatever died
me.
too.
Yeah, I'm just like, it is
No.
you
Or
time. Watch your show.
yeah,
Well,
no, or like, but there's like some like there was some what was it, like vampire type thing that we used to watch together until I started having nightmares. I was just like, actually, it's not that serious to have a couple show.
yeah, when you get nightmares from a vampire show
I
I'm
can't,
and
just
you're
like,
watching
I can't.
Twilight, you can't.
To be called what?
as
True
long as
Blood
the
or
theme
something
of
like
the
that.
as long as the
True
theme of
Blood
the
is
movie
not
was
even
like,
that bad.
Chico, do you know
It
your
was so
sister?
scary to me. I used to have to wake up this nigga to take me to the toilet because I was like, for sure, like, fam, I've dreamt that that thing is in the toilet. I just go to do woo, and it's over. Anyway.
Oh
I'm
my
a scaredy
gosh.
cat. So
Yeah.
the long and short of it is, it's a
The long and
beige flag.
short. And for you, what is it?
I think for me, if they're going to watch it without me, I'm one of these people. Like, it's unfair. Absolutely not. If we're committed to watching this thing together, we're committed to watching it together. So this is what I usually do. I usually, if I find something I think that will
These
interest
are
us
my
both,
confessions.
if I find something that I know will interest us both, what I'll do is I'll send a message and I'll be like, thinking about starting this documentary, and I think you would also enjoy it. Please let me know if you'll be able to watch it within the next. I give a time frame. Like
Like, if you
within
can't,
the next
Chico is
this
like,
amount of
kindly
time.
circle back with your timeline.
within the next 3 to 5 business days, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if not, I just know myself. I'm not gonna be able to like be committed to the cause. I'll be like, I'm done.
But if you start
I'm
together,
done.
do you then continue? So that's at the beginning. But if you start together and then like they get busy, do you wait?
It depends on if they're committed to it. So I think at this point in our relationship, like me, I don't care to watch something that I don't like, quite honestly. Like I'm not watching
Mm,
it. Like we have to find something that both of us can enjoy. Or you can watch it on your own time and I'll watch it on my own time.
okay. Mm,
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's
So
facts.
I have another one. Your partner frequently tags you in memes and funny videos on social media, even based on serious discussions, personality trait. So they might send you a video of a woman being like, "This is what I can't stand about my woman," or whatever it is, based on a conversation you guys had.
Have we
They
made
use
up or are
humor
we
to
still
diffuse
fighting?
the tension.
Are we still fighting or are we done?
They use humor to diffuse the tension.
I think what's throwing me off about the question is the serious part. Because I'm like, if it's a serious conversation, I feel like you should know if humor will work to diffuse it. Because there's some things, if you do and you try and make me laugh, all you're going to do is make me madder. So I think, depending, I would hope my partner knows me enough. So I'll call it a beige flag. Because my hope, my assumption is we have resolved the issue or we are closer to resolution so we can laugh about it. But if we're at a place where we can't laugh about it, it's not a red flag, it's a you are single flag. Okay, I know it's not funny
Oh, that's funny,
Oh,
Gadani.
because I'm not one of your little
So for
friends. We're not gonna be laughing.
wow.
Okay, the thing I feel like is that's a red flag. And I'll tell you why. It's because you said that they're tagging, which for me says that that's a public um that's digging. Because I'm like, you can send it to me in my DMs, you can send the link to me on WhatsApp, and then let's continue beefing or laugh about it there. But like tagging me in public, for me, that's, ooh, that is a bit, I don't know how to see it outside of like malice, or, I don't know how to see the positive intent in that. Yeah. So for me, that would be a red flag if you tagged me. But if you thought it was funny and you're like, this person is like you and you DM'd me, I can block you. We talk about it later. Or I can be like, ha ha ha, that's cool, or whatever, cool story, bro. Or, but the publicness for me is like, mm-mm.
That's an interesting thing. I didn't think about it that way actually. But yeah, the publicness is wild. Like if you're tagging someone publicly in like things like that, that's messed up. But even if you're not tagging me publicly and sending it to my DMs, just actually keep it. I don't want to see it. Thank you very much.
So for you, it's
Um
red then.
Red.
Yeah,
Red.
that's
Keep it.
funny.
I don't want to see it. Maybe like 3 weeks after the event, when we've cooled down and I can't see any traits in this person that reflect me, then you can send it to me. And I'll be like, oh,
What a
anyway,
humor.
what a humor. So I have a question for y'all. Which country's flag is the only one that is not rectangular in shape? Is it Nepal? Is it Switzerland? Is it Japan? Or is it Lebanon?
Green flag, I know there's Japan, so I can't even tell you. Um,
You don't know
don't do.
Switzerland's flag, Gadani
I was
Shell?
going to be like, hello?
Oh, I didn't hear
Come on.
Switzerland. I had Nepal and Lebanon. I didn't hear anything else. I
So
guess
I'm
because
also
my
going to
brain is
guess
just
one
like
of
it's one
those
of those
two.
two.
I think Lebanon, because that's the one I don't think I know at all.
I'm going to say Nepal, just so that we have an any.
So, Gadani, your final answer is Nepal and Nyam?
Lebanon.
Lebanon. Actually, Gadani is correct.
Oh, I thought you.
I don't know why I feel like so. I feel like, and this is going to sound bad. I feel like in my head somewhere, I was like, I feel like I've seen Lebanon's flag only because they're always, news is always like they're fighting. It's very rude, but I feel like I've never seen a triangle when they're saying that. So that's why I went with Nepal.
Why did you think it's a triangle? Kwani, what's the shape of the flag?
Actually, I didn't do that research, but it's not a rectangle.
Let's find out.
Shiko said it's not a rectangle, and that's the final answer.
Yeah, it's like
What's
two
the shape?
triangles. It's a zigzag.
Nepal.
Yeah, so it's straight like this, and then it's like comes down, does like this, and then comes down and goes up again. So it's a zigzag on one side. So it's straight here, and then zigzag here.
So it's a red flag,
It's not red. The colors
but it's a
are
flag.
actually it's red.
But it's like a traditional, like triangle
It's a red
shape.
flag. It's not.
Okay.
It's two triangles. I don't know. It's a zigzag. I don't know why you are reading. It's a zigzag. Like it's a zigzag. Yeah, exactly. It's a zigzag.
Okay. It looks like a flag that has a slit, a mouth. It looks
Yeah,
like
it's like the
Pac-Man.
ones for punk, like for camp. When it's just like those ones. It looks like those ones. But it is a red. It is a red flag.
It is a red flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Your partner is always late, but they make up for it by planning spontaneous and exciting dates once they arrive.
Lateness doesn't affect me as much as it affects Yam. So me, I'm beige flag in this thing.
Not you
It's a
answering
beige
for
flag for
me.
you.
Because I know you're triggered. I can hear it. So I'm just like beige flag. Yam.
Mm. Oh, for me, that's a red flag. Also because I'm not into spontaneous. Like I'm a babe of plans. So if you're even making up for it by surprising me more, I'm just like, this relationship will not work. Because I'm not a babe of, like, I mean, one surprise once in a blue moon, I'm like, cool, cool. But like, yeah, I mean, and I'm different now. I feel like I'm more fluid or like go with the flow. But I really feel like time is like respect for a person. I just, yeah. You can't be late and then come and surprise me with a laptop. I'll be like, thanks, but get out of here. You know?
And take the laptop.
Yeah, I mean, like, no, or I'll keep it
Yeah.
and type how
She said
I should
spontaneous
forgive you in a
events.
journal.
So it's like they came late, that then they planned a picnic.
I don't give a
No,
fuck. Why are you late?
correct.
I'm like, if the picnic has my favorite things, let's go. Lateness is
It's
not
that you
a.
even said always. Like, one time is one thing, but like always, fam, let's just break up.
It's not going to work. This
Yeah.
relationship is not going to be mutually beneficial. I don't
I
know.
feel like for me,
Punctuality is also for me one of those things that, whew,
but I
it
feel like
just needs to be done.
if I know you're always going to be late, I plan with that. In my head, I'm just like, okay, so you said 2, it'll be 2:30. You know what I mean? So in my head, I'll just plan.
No, why?
Me, I'm fine with it. It's not that serious. I'm like, you'll be there 2:30 with a picnic, and I'll have fun after. It's cool. Time is
Me,
not
I'm
that
even too
serious for me.
salty to enjoy the picnic. Even if you brought cheese, crackers, and wine, I'm just like, so
Pop the
why were
bottle
you
and
late?
shut up.
Nah, fam. Get out of here. Set up the picnic and bounce.
Honestly. Let me just have the picnic by myself in the
Just,
feelings.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. So Your partner enjoys planning surprise dates, but they always include something adventurous like rock climbing or skydiving. But you're afraid of heights.
Because you're afraid of heights, I feel like it's a red flag. As for me, if it was me in that situation, because I'm not afraid of heights, it would be a green flag. But because of the question as it was asked, it's a red flag.
But what if they
Unless,
tell you, like, they're just trying to get you over your
so
fear?
I'm like, unless you've discussed that it's a thing you want to get over. So you see, you wanting me to get over my fear versus me wanting to get over my fear is two different things. If we have discussed it and it's like, this is the plan for me to get over the fear, okay, you're helping me, so then I can't be mad. But if it's you who has taken it upon yourself to be my doctor, fuck off. You know,
Wow. Wow. Nyambura?
um
as a person
yeah,
who's
I
afraid
just
of
I
heights.
also feel like that's a red flag unless it's something that we've discussed we're working towards. Yeah, because I'm just like, I think, yeah, putting your partner in a situation where you know they feel fearful and they haven't worked on it, that sounds to me like some hella manipulative um, stuff. And also, it could likely be because you like to be needed or you want them to rely on you, or I don't like, I can't understand why that would be the thing. I feel like, why don't you pay for me for surprise therapy? You know?
Surprise!
If you want me to get over this fear, you know what I mean? I'm like, and there's a place for challenging. Like maybe we can talk about this year, we'll do one big thing that challenges both of our greatest fears, to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. Then we know that we're working towards that. And but like every day we are climbing over bridges and Sidri going to the craters. Seriously, come on.
That
Get
sounded
out of
Good for
personal.
here.
you.
Shiko.
Good for you. She
Good
said
for
long
me.
or not.
He said, I'm not climbing long or not. Okay? Go with your friends.
And the thing about it too is like I love hiking nowadays. I think it's something I've grown to. And it's like I started like all flat level, then going like up kidogo, up kidogo. So there's a gradual build to it. But yeah, it's just the format in which your question was asked that I felt
The
vividness, you know.
triggeration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just to avoid a little more triggers, let me ask you a question. Which country, bordered by Iraq and Saudi Arabia, has a coastline along the Persian Gulf and is known for its rich oil reserves? Is it Jordan? Is it Bangladesh? Is it Lebanon? Or is it Kuwait?
Wait. Also, when did we become like? Why are we having Anini? What is this geography lesson? You're triggering me. I like how you said remove the trigger and then you created a trigger. Like, what are we doing here? I'm so stressed.
Somebody
Nyambura,
said
what is your answer?
I feel like we'll get an exam at the end and be like, you
you
said,
said you said it's the border of Iran or Iraq.
Iraq.
me, I don't know where countries are, but Kuwait is still my answer.
Um,
Wait, Kuwait
I'm
is
gonna say Lebanon again. I was going to guess Oman, but that's not even in the four options you have given. So Lebanon it is.
Lebanon, Gadoni?
Kuwait. I don't know where it is on the map. I'm just like, it sounds like it has oil. That is the part of the
Okay.
question I focused on.
So who
Well,
you have guessed what?
Kuwait,
Kuwait.
Kuwait, Kuwait.
Oh. For
And
our
I
listener, I hope it is
said
you.
Lebanon. Well, this was a special shout out for our listener. The answer is
Kuwait.
Kuwait.
Meh,
Bam,
meh,
bam,
meh,
bam, bam, bam,
meh.
bam, 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 bam. Pull up, pull up, pull up. I'm so
That
surprised
was
I got
you.
it. Praise the Lord. Also, Shiko, as a
So,
Kenyan, you should have said Jordan, not Jordan.
Karani, please.
wow! Your partner insists on keeping a joint calendar where they schedule everything from your date nights to your Netflix time, claiming it helps keep the relationship organized.
Is the Netflix time for us together? Like,
Yes.
is it a date?
Netflix and chill. Sure.
In that case, it's a green flag. Because for me, if you're not on my calendar, you don't exist. Therefore, if you're going to put yourself on my calendar and tell me on Saturday at this time, block it, it's a green flag. However, if it's because you are trying to, the way that maybe it's just because I think as a babe, you're always just like, why do you want to know what I'm doing? So I'm just trying to fight that babe inside me because it's a red flag because it sounds like manipulation. But I'm
So
going
you're
to
the
choose.
red flag, in other words.
No, it's a green. I've decided my translation of the question. I've decided it's a green flag
No, I'm saying,
because
yeah, yeah, but you're the red flag.
why? I'm the red flag. Why?
Because you're the one saying you're putting your ninis on the guy's scheduling.
No, it makes sense because I'm just like, so you see how a lot of the things we've said just now is he might be too busy. I don't know what's happening. We need to figure it out. I'm just like, based on how my life is, if you're going to tell me on Saturday at 6 o'clock, we have to do this thing, I'd rather know on Saturday at 6 o'clock I'm doing this thing so that then I plan around it. Like we have the month set out. So I'm just like, guys, I can't hang out with you on Saturday because I'm with my boo. So for me, that feels like if you're on my calendar, you're green flagging because then you're not mad at me for not making time. You're like, let's sit down and plan this out so that it's not like, you're never spending time with me. It's like, we know what time we're spending together. It's perfect. Green flag.
Yeah.
It's also a green flag for me. In fact, I was like, I'm the partner in that relationship who's sending the calendar invite, just being like, yo, so Thursday? It is me. I am the partner. But I think, Adani, what you are saying about manipulation, you're making the assumption that they want access to your full calendar rather than you have a joint calendar that just blocks out time in both of your spaces for one another, which I think is very different.
Yeah.
There's still the place
Yeah.
for privacy and for you to have your work calendar. It's the same way we have okay Kiasi calendar, your work calendar, your fun calendar, whatever. Um, this is green flag all the way for me.
Yeah.
100%.
Sure.
I agree. If you're in a relationship and you don't have a joint calendar, what are we doing, man? Get it
Also that,
together.
We are
I
fighting,
know.
is what we are doing.
We're
Because
fighting. Exactly.
you're
We
not
are
taking
fighting.
time for me. Oh my God,
Or
you're
like,
always
oh,
with
didn't
your
I tell you?
boys.
Didn't I tell you I had this thing? You didn't tell me.
Yeah, I'm like, put
yeah.
it in the calendar that we need to visit your mother,
Yes,
so that I
please.
know.
Put it on the calendar that you have boys' night on Friday, so I
Yeah,
know.
so that I know and I can create a girls' night or watch the series that we are meant
Yes.
to be watching together so that we can pretend when you come.
Gabani!
Wild.
Okay. Your partner insists on celebrating monthly anniversaries with small surprises and handwritten letters.
Let me tell you what in life, okay? This is the greenest. How green can a green flag be? Because I'm like, what is the greenest green? That is how green this flag is. Because me, I'm a babe for letters. I'm a babe for gifts. I'm just like, oh my God. I might forget the date if it's not in our calendar, but thank God you're the one who has put it on my calendar. So green flag, the greenest green flag. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I want to say
Bravo.
it's beige. I don't know if it's a green flag. I think it's cool if you do, it's cool if you don't. Like, I feel like it's just a beige flag for me.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter one way or the other.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna judge someone by not remembering my mensiversary. So
Is
it's
that what
cool
they're
if you
called?
do.
That's what it's
Yeah, that's
called.
what they're called. Yeah.
Sounds like
It's called a
menstruation.
mensiversary.
Why does it
Wow.
sound like something that happens at the OBGYN?
Because
Yeah, I'm like, that
menstruation
sounds
comes
like
from the month.
menstruation.
Mens,
Does
guys.
it
Oh,
really?
It's buried in the question. This your answer.
Wow. You
you have
told
told
me
us much.
much.
Is it the Greek
Hmm.
one? Or is it a Greek word? This is your opportunity, dear dictionary.
I can lie to you and tell you Latin. I don't know, but it's what I'm saying is right.
It's not the Greek, it's the Latin.
So I have one more
Anyway, is
question
it
for y'all
green or,
today.
or red for you or beige? What is it for you?
Beige. Beige for me. I quite honestly don't expect me to do it because I'm not going to remember. But if you want to do it, go ahead and I'll accept all the gifts and the letters.
The way I have a box full of letters from like solo.
Are you really?
Oh
From
my God.
exes?
not exes. So I have a, well, actually, I guess it's an ex now, because I hadn't thought about it. But like, I really like getting cards and letters and things like that. So it's not just exes, it's anyone who writes me anything. The ideal gift for me, there's a birthday I wanted to be like, tell all my friends to write me letters as my birthday gift. Then I was like, but people will feel pressure. But I'm always, I love, it makes me so happy. Anyway, I was meant
Anyway,
to
me,
be
I'll
born
read
in the
your letter
50s.
and then I'll lose it
I think
because
that's
that's
the,
just kind of how my brain
Wow.
works. Like,
do you
I'm
know how I
not
made it?
sentimental about those things. Like,
Yeah.
I was always that kid when I got a card. I was like, okay, thank you. Like, even up till to date, like, we have family that just loves writing cards. Valentine's Day, we get a card. Oh, yeah, Christian's grandparents and whatever. They're so cute. I think it's just an old school
Yeah.
thing to do. Like, give cards to people or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's how I know I
You
was
know
born in
what?
the wrong time.
I like cards. I like any written communication. Honestly, that's how I ended up dating one person. But the thing about it too is I keep I keep the things, but after a while I feel like I have to just be okay that the memory of the person is not the same to the letter. So like
You
I
still have
forget
some of
if
those
I took
letters?
them. Imagine I still have like even cards. And I'm sometimes, like I found by mistake where I found them and I was like, this person that was writing to me is not the person that I feel like in the end I knew. And I was just like, was I mad? But anyway, I after a time I
Fire, make
disposed.
we burn them. We're about to have a bonfire when I come.
So now me, I keep them because, in the same way where you're saying in the moment, you're like, that's not the
Yeah, it was
person who you
true.
thought
It
they
was
were.
real. It was the
So
vibe.
for me, I'm like, I almost hold on to that moment where I'm like, that person that you were in that moment and the feeling that I
Yeah,
felt in that moment was valid. And so for that,
yeah.
I will keep it. So that's why, like, genuinely, I have a box of these things. Like, it just makes me so happy. So, like,
That's so interesting.
insanely happy because I'm just like, you took time to think about me or you wrote about me. It's just a thing of, I saw a card you might like, or I wrote this thing about you. So I have birthday cards still. I thought about you cards. I have breakup letters.
Break up?
Girl, there's one relationship where we used to write to each other all the time. It's not a relationship, an almost relationship that we used to
Situationship.
write to each other all the time. And so I have all of them. So it's almost like a chronological, it's like showing how the relation from wow to you ain't shit. Like I have it all. It's so wonderful. But it makes me so happy because sometimes I'll just sit down and just open my box and be like, oh
I guess it's like a journal.
yeah, it's the best
I
thing. It
guess
makes
I
me so
just
happy.
don't feel like any sentimental anything about anything,
Yeah.
literally, because all you're saying, I'm like, wow, that's so sweet, but I have never felt
I
that feeling
cannot
in my life.
But
identify.
I'm also so glad I know that because the thing about it also is there are times when to me because it's important when I write. I'm like if I write to you and then there's a person who I dated once who I'd write to. Like how me when I write cards I really write.
And the other one is a
And then
wordsmith. She
and then
covers
I'd
the whole
find
inside of the card with words. In
yeah,
addition
actually
to the ones that they've written, they are wishing you a happy birthday. It's
I
your
normally
special day.
I'll even avoid the cards that have wishing you happy
Oh,
birthday. I normally
damn.
buy plain
You
cards.
might have a career for Hallmark.
If you're looking for me, Hallmark, I'm available.
But yeah, so the people who I write to cards and then I find like there's a time I remember an ex discarded, like I found it thrown somewhere. I was so mad. And then it's just like, oh, but you have to remember it's not as important to them as it is to you. Like their love language or whatever it is different. So thanks, Shiko, for this, because I never given you a card.
No, because if your love language is to write me a letter, first of all, your love language gave me stress. Why am I fucking reading this whole thing?
Yeah, so
Like,
that's like I feel like if
Send her a TikTok.
yeah, literally.
I'm gonna send you a TikTok for sure.
Yeah, expressing your love for me. Thank you. Anyway, last question I have for you.
I'll tag you
Your
in a
partner
meme
enjoys Yes, exactly.
publicly.
Your partner enjoys cooking elaborate meals for you, but always asks you to do the dishes afterwards, claiming it's part of the culinary experience.
Maroon flag.
Kadani, how did we
Even
get
it's a-
here?
It's not red. Red is not good enough for it. It's deep, deep red. I'm like, you decided on your own to make 7 dishes. Okay? Then you stink. Then you are like, okay, you have enjoyed yourself. Vyombo's enough. Ngoja, the dishes are waiting. Forget you. You know what I'm gonna do? Leave your house and leave your dishes. Please take me to a restaurant. Let's pay someone to do both. Cook and wash the dishes. Because I ain't got time.
and this is
Wow.
coming from the sister who likes to do dishes.
Correct. Me, I feel like it's manipulation if you thought of me to do dishes because that it didn't feel like you were thinking of me for the meal. It was the work after. And you guys know the thing about it is it's not that I hate doing dishes. It's not, it's the expectation. The second you have an expectation for me to do anything, okay, anything, that's when I have a problem with it. So the fact that you expect me to do the dishes, forget you. And thank you for cooking. Send it to your mother's house.
Whoa.
I'm annoyed.
Damn, what
Maroon
a
flag.
maroon.
Yeah, what do you think?
For me, I think it's a beige flag because you know me, I love food. So I'm like, I'm down with the food, but just because you expect me to wash the dishes doesn't mean I have to be the one to. So I can also just get someone to come in and clean your dishes tomorrow. You know, like the cleaning lady can come and help with the
The
dishes
Proverbs
so that it's
31
a really
woman.
good.
Amen.
Yeah, the Proverbs 31 woman organizes her servants.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Look at God.
Okay?
Yes.
She says he is praised at the gates
Yes.
because he has cooked and the house helpers wash the dishes. Glory to God.
Amen. Yeah. And you are
Amen.
full.
I
Grow.
am well fed and loved.
Amen.
Whoa.
Proverbs
Yes,
31.
a woman
That
of
grow.
purity is rare to find. Amen.
As the Kikuyu say,
Uh,
Motumia gather. Thank you.
correct. So me, I'm like, beige, my guy. Cook for me. It's okay.
You're not doing the dishes, someone else will do them, but
I mean, I'm in charge. It doesn't mean I have to do that. I mean, these your children that I have born. Can they not wash our dishes? Sure.
You're not a man. Lucky guy. But did he cook the meal for them also? Or they've just watched you eating and then you're like,
Does
oh,
it
shady
matter?
vyombo.
Does it matter? I mean,
Can
I'm
you imagine as a
developing
child?
their
Yeah,
responsibility.
what you're developing is trauma because this sounds like something they'll tell their the therapist. My mom and dad
mom
used to have
used
date
to,
nights and then they'd make us wash dishes. Jesus. Like munakula
and we
chakula
didn't
gani
Me,
even get
in
a
front of them.
spaghetti.
Yeah. I'm like, you have eaten a bolognese. You have eaten a steak a la carte sijui who. Mushroom
Ati
nini.
alaka.
I
I know a
mean,
la
it
carte is
can
off
also
the
be that
menu.
all they're doing is loading the dishwasher because it doesn't have to be manual labor.
Even the dishwasher, you have to wash the pans. It's manual.
Me, I think it's a beige flag also.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of those things where it just shows teamwork when there's like that, okay, I'll cook and then you clean kind of thing, or like we're all in this together type of vibe.
Wow, we're
But
all in this.
dishes are
Wow,
also
Camp
not
Rock.
my thing. That is not Camp Rock, babe, but that's okay.
High School Musical,
I
Nyam.
mean, High School Musical. Oh, I mean, it was the
The
next
same.
best guess.
I mean, you clearly don't have trauma from watching those movies on big screen. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Anyway, that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it.
Nice. What a
Gadoni, where
nice
can they
light
find us?
episode.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
The way you said it is not for teamwork, you said he expects you to do it. So is it that he surprised you with the meal? So every time the surprise happens, it's teamwork. Teamwork is not a surprise. How is teamwork a surprise?
No.
I should not
That is
imagine.
like,
Imagine. Can you imagine
walk
being a
me back
football
from
player?
the maroon flag.
Yeah, just like a football player, and you work in the field. You don't know if you're a midfielder. You don't know if you're a defender. It's a surprise. I mean, that's not teamwork. Because are we all running to the middle? Are some of us at the goal? Like, what are we doing here? I mean, we need to have someone. What is happening?
Not her using a sports analogy when this girl
Oh,
doesn't
Right?
even know how football works.
I actually know how foot. The only two sports I can speak with confidence. Okay, three, two and
Basketball?
a half. Basketball, football, and sevens rugby. Not 15s. I can't be bothered. Sevens. Sevens, I can tell you what's happening. The rest, okay? I can't. Today, someone was telling me about F1. I said, I'm happy for you because to me, they drive in a circle. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why we care. Then they drive in a circle in Dubai. They drive in a circle in Italy. Then we're in France. Who cares? I don't know. Me? No, I don't care. What I can tell you about F1 is Lewis Hamilton and Fergie. Okay? Because they're rumored to be dating. Beyond that, can't be bothered. Achikwebu explained
I
to
was going to
me
be like,
how a
Maggie.
surprise can be teamwork.
Yes.
We're back.
That's all I have for you.
How is a
Chico
surprise?
Where
said,
can they
hold
find
on to
us?
your maroon flag.
Yeah, I'm
I
triggered.
can't. I don't have the energy to convince you. Yes.
I'm not trying to. I don't want to be
No,
convinced. My
I
flag is
know, but I know
maroon.
you're maroon. Me, I just know in my house, it's because I expect people to do the dishes and I'll cook. It's a
But
teamwork.
you're not surprising us with a meal.
I am.
She
In your
is.
house, we have
She
cooked,
hasn't told us what we'll eat.
Yeah. Do you think I'm telling you we're eating ugali or sukuma or whatever it is?
but we know we are eating.
Yeah.
And then
You
it's
don't
okay
know?
to just have it as a maroon flag and let Chico's be beige with teamwork.
Makes the dream work. Anyway, you can find us at OK Kiasi on all social media platforms. That's OK AY KIASI.
I'm done with this, babe.
If you don't like social media, if you're a man who writes letters, okay, if you cook, I don't want you. And surprise me with food, I don't want you. But if you write letters, you can email us at okkiasi@gmail.com.
Wow. Gadani is our red flag, Nyam is our beige flag, Wanjiko is the green flag. As usual, I'm Shiko.
I'm Nyam and I disagree.
I'm fine being the bitch. I'm Gadoni.
We will see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.